Another update over here. I always say a quick one, but get over the fence. That's the second what was hot compost heap. Oh, excuse me. That's the first one. There's a few bits growing out through the edge of it now. I'm going to actually pop this on there, leave it to cure a bit longer. I'm going to cover it over with some weed suppressant. There's some of the poly pipe for making extra loops and things, which I might not need. I haven't got any further with the experiment with the wood chip. I've been really busy and work's been busy and everything's been busy. But over here, a couple of thistles there. This is the amazing thing. Taking thistles out of this stuff, look. Straight out. But this is you can see in here how that's composting now. Really quickly. That is the one that's got some horse poo in it. So that's really composted quickly. This one, we'll have a quick look inside. You can see it's not composting as quick, although there's a lot of compost in there. So tomorrow I'm going to get some more cardboard down. I'll walk to my back is to the sun, and you can see from that metal post over as a 30-inch bed, there'll be a little bit about there. Then I want to just get a final 30-inch bed. There's plenty of space, and if needs be I could probably squeeze another one. It's going to be cardboard, wetted, then I've got some rotted manure to go on it. If needs be, some of that will go on the top, but probably I'll sift through some of this. I've got a better system than just that now, but even so, that can go on the top and be like this. You can see again here, because I've been busy, there's the odd thistle, but as you can see, just give it a pull, straight out. The thistles aren't coming through. There you go. Oh, a little bit there and there. They're actually in the horse poo. That's the glass gem corn. Looks like a lot of weeds, but it's just the stuff coming off the pine trees. Some pine needles. Then up here we've got winter squash. We've got giant pumpkins, all looking really healthy. These two posts here are just marking out my beds. It just gives me that thing, you know, that eye marker. And the birds are pulled about, but down the middle here, this will get scraped over onto each bed. In here, the green quick head and Calabrese is doing really well. Starting to get some bits on it. Again, a few thistles in there. They are, I think they're called Quintess or something, 100-weight cabbages. And although some of the bottom leaves are browning off, they're really starting to pick up. And again, in here we've actually got rainbow chard. You can see possibly some whites and reds and things. And Rhiannon's behind me. That is a pattypan. That's a very pale green courgette. Then we've got 3 normal courgettes, all starting to come into flower now. Had several flowers this week, all male so far. The red iceberg are doing well. The little gem are really starting to do well. Been a bit oh no this week because we've had the stormy weather, and what's happened is, I don't know if you can see that is one of about 20 red velvet lettuce that I put in. Pigeons or blackbirds have been over and scrapped them all out. There's about 3 left, but I've got a load more on the go at home. The leeks that are in here need to be weeded. Multi-sown leeks, amazed at how they've come on. I'll just walk down here, and if I can flick this cover up, you can probably see how big these are getting. There's 2 in there. They're easily thicker than a pencil. Loads of them. A few little bits of weeds because this actually needs to be uncovered, and you can see loads of them are getting that size. Loads of them. So they're doing really well. There must be, there's a few leaves that are a little bit yellow and a little bit outer leaves. There must be, I was doing 60 at a time. There's probably 180 or more in there. What's amazing with this is you look in here from a distance, you can see the kale, you can see the chard doing really well, you can see that kale there. I'll pop some photos on the end. I've got 2 carrier bags full of this kale has been harvested just now. This is what I've left. This chard, half a carrier bag full. I've harvested already, and I'm leaving this. I know it can get quite a bit bigger and stand up a lot more, but I've got all of these, and I've got all of those over there, and I've got a whole row of about 20 cells of multi-sown over at the allotment. So there's no point in letting it get huge. Get it young, get it sweet, eat it or freeze it. Down in here we've got cauliflowers and sprouts doing really well, and in a few infills, purple sprout and broccoli now starting to get heads, which I wasn't expecting until next year, but I'll have that because they're filling gaps. So just pull a few weeds out. Walk along. Next bed we've got the two, I forget which squash are where. I've got a list of it all. These are supposed to be the blue banana, but the actual blue bananas are in here and in there. But this is, I think these are Sibley. These are a blue long squash. Broad beans, you can see, soon be harvesting these. And while they'll be harvested pretty soon, last week, just pull that bit of grass out, I've got a squash in here. Because when these are out, the squash will then be starting to run and it will be fine. And coming down here, all these broad beans doing really well. They've blown over a little bit in the wind. Mange too, I've harvested like 4 big handfuls like this just tonight. So that's all coming on really well. And there's, you can have a small one because I've harvested all the better ones. You can have 2, there you go. I'll have 1. And the French beans that the birds had pulled up and I put back in about 4 times, starting to flower. So we'll probably get a crop off them. Not worried if we don't. And there's the other, these are the blue banana squash in this end. That manure is actually composted. The windrow, I've got some photos of, I'll show you. Excuse me, eating mange too. You can see how well composted the stuff from that end is. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use some of that on that far bed up that end. Then I'm going to take this stuff from here up to here, leaving maybe 2 meters of it, and pop it in there so it can just sit in compost. Wow, you can have that. Just show us how big that is. Just hold it up.
Again,
what's left of it? Monster. So yeah, all good. And that manure can be composted soon. It's down there, because that was where the horses actually had to have some wormer. But yeah, all good. If I can, I'll pop some photos on the end.